So today we have a huge election day, and virtually all the data we had until this week showed that Bernie Sanders was in trouble. But recently he snatched that Michigan win from Hillary, which was literally the biggest upset in primary history. So now, I don't think anybody really knows exactly what's going to happen because Bernie has shown that he can make up 21-point deficits. That's what he did in Michigan. But understand that the polling for today, overall, like when you do the average of the polls for today, it's also pretty horrendous for Bernie. Now, I can come out here and lie to you and say that, no, it looks good for him coming into today, but that's not true. The numbers show that it looks bad for him. Now, you can say that there are polling issues and demographic issues with how they did the polls, and that's a fair claim because apparently they do these via landlines, and the people who answer landline phones are much more likely to be older. If they're older, they're much more likely to support Hillary Clinton, so it's biased in her direction based on that alone. But still, when you look at all the data coming into today and you do the averages, you find that Bernie Sanders is still down in the March 15th races. Now, I tell you all that to tell you this. In the most recent polling, he surged again. And what that tells me is that, yet again, these races might be much closer than people are expecting. So in Florida and North Carolina, he's expected to lose, and he's expected to lose big. I mean, that would be a miracle if he overcame Hillary in Florida and North Carolina, an even bigger miracle than in Michigan. So I don't think it's going to happen. I think you can give Florida and North Carolina to Hillary. Now, as of last week, he was expected to lose big in Ohio, Illinois, and Missouri too, but according to new PPP polls here, in Ohio, Clinton has 46% and Bernie has 41%, so he closed the gap big time. In Illinois, Clinton has 48% and Sanders has 45%. Close that gap even more. And in Missouri, Clinton has 46% and Bernie has 47%. So he's actually up in the most recent poll in Missouri. So if I had to make a pick, what I would say is the most likely scenario is that Bernie wins Illinois and Missouri and barely loses Ohio and obviously loses North Carolina and Florida. But there's a chance that Bernie wins Illinois, Missouri, and Ohio. And there's also, let's keep it real, an outside chance that Hillary sweeps. But I'm here to tell you guys that either way, it's still not the end of the world for Bernie because virtually all the states after today favor Bernie. They favor him big time. So Hillary has her gigantic lead in the southern states because she's basically locked down the African-American vote by a wide margin. But the problem for Hillary is she's running out of southern states. So when you run out of southern states, the demographic makeup of the rest of the states favors Bernie. And after March 15th, virtually everything favors Bernie. So I'm here to tell you, even if he gets his clock cleaned, it's still not the end of the world. I know a lot of people are going to try to make it seem like that's the case, and you're going to hear the pundits on TV, but they're wrong. It's not true. They're just not right when they say that. But again, the most likely scenario we have is Bernie wins Illinois and Missouri. It's going to be super close in Ohio, super close, but the most likely scenario is Hillary edges out Ohio, and then you have North Carolina and Florida go to Hillary. That's the most likely scenario. And then I'd say the second most likely scenario is you have Bernie pick off Missouri, Illinois, and Ohio, and he only loses North Carolina and Florida. But either way, man, it's going to be fucking fascinating. It's going to be interesting moving forward, and I can't wait to see the results.